Since the dawn of time, humans have questioned their surroundings, looking for explanations for everything that's around them. Sometimes these questions can be solved through research, the scientific method, or plain logic, but it's not always this easy. Some answers can be attained regardless of the amount of time and effort we dedicate to them. These answers we arduously seek relate to more deeper truth. They're set to understand the human nature and the meaning of life. So, where do we look for answers? The most common place people tend to look for these specific type of answers is religion. In a sense, religion is the study of humanity. According to Fred L. Hammond, a religious expert, religion answers the question, what is my relationship with the other? The other being everything from the person sitting before me to the world around me to the concept of God. I agree with this explanation. Religion as a way to study the way we act in relation to others. But I'd also add that religion is a way to understand oneself. When talking about religion, it's important to assess its two faces: shared and personal knowledge. Shared knowledge, in a nutshell, is knowledge that is accepted or at least known by a group of people. In terms of religion, this applies to perfectly. Most religions have an institution which dictates what's accepted as truth or according to their specific beliefs. For example, Roman Catholics have the church as their institution. This type of knowledge is the result of a group effort, as it has been collected from different sources and people throughout the years. On the other hand, personal knowledge is much more, well, personal. It's based on your assumptions about the world around you. It does not depend on other people. Rather, it consists on making your own conclusions in regards to the question that have been previously asked. Both of these help understand religion as a whole. The first real life situation I'll be talking about happened in 2015. It's a story about involving religion that gained a lot of attention. A little girl was suffering from an incurable disease called Charcot-Marie-Tooth. The little girl had been going in and out of the hospital for some time now. Doctors told the parents that if she'd catch something as weak as a cold once again, she would have to be rushed to the hospital. Even if she made it to the hospital, there would be no assurance that she'd actually live. Juliana, the sick 5-year-old, didn't have much time left. Therefore, her religious parents decided to tell her that she had a choice: whether to go to the hospital and undergo a painful procedure, which she would probably not survive, or stay at home and die, and then go to heaven, paradise waiting for her. Many people understood their position because it's an example of shared knowledge. Catholicism is a religion which 30% of the world subscribes to. In this situation, the way of knowing used was faith. The definition of faith, according to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, is believing or trusting something for which there is no empirical evidence. The parents are Christians. They believe that once one dies, their souls will rise to heaven or sink to hell. And that's what they told Juliana before she made her decision. If she'd go to the hospital, she'd most likely die painfully. Even if she'd survive the procedure, she'd only be delaying death. On the other hand, if she chose to die at home, she would go to heaven, where she would meet her grandparents, and everything would be okay. Of course, it was completely. When looking at the way of knowing called reason, it also sets a normal explanation as why this could be a good thing. Reason is a logical ground for explanation, according to the Merriam-Webster's. Reason must be based on evidence, something tangible which provides proof. This is one of the things that's lacking when it comes to religion, as there's no tangible evidence that suggests the existence of God. If one were to look at this situation using this way of knowing, it would still be somewhat justified, as Juliana would die believing that everything was going to be alright. Ethics are also a place in which people tend to look for these types of answers. Ethics is the study of morality, morality being the differentiation between right and wrong. Ethics allows us to understand how to behave in specific situations in order to be a good person, which people believe is necessary to be happy. A situation that is in need of ethical scrutiny is a practice started in 1997 called cash for sterilization. In this situation, an organization was formed that paid money to drug addicts if they went under sterilization as to reduce the amount of poor people. When considering the ontological perspective, which consists on using reason to decide whether an action in of itself is bad, regardless of the consequences, it is clear this situation that the cash for sterilization is wrong. They're giving money to drug addicts, perpetuating the problem rather than helping them get out of the situation. Objectively, this is wrong, again, and completely immoral, which is the reason why many people oppose this problem in the first place, even if their intentions were good. As seen from the examples, life is not black and white. These answers people are looking for are hard to find because of all of the craziness and contradictions that life presents. But for the meantime, these are the places we can look for answers.